Hello, hello, it's Simone from Polygon.com from E3 2017 here in LA. I just played the Artful Escape by Beethoven and Dinosaur, a very small developer. It's their first game. And so this game is about a young teenage boy who is trying to find his stage persona. He's really into rock music, playing the guitar, as one does when one is a teen. And the developer described this game kind of as the journey of David Bowie turning into Ziggy Stardust. And it looks like the journey of David Bowie becoming Ziggy Stardust. It takes place in this very surreal, sort of cosmic landscape full of glittering snow and pink glittering trees and these monstrous creatures. And the whole thing feels very musical and there's a lot of ambiance. So it's a platformer. You're running along. The platforming elements are pretty light. You can jump, you can double jump, and for longer jumps you can summon your magical guitar down and like strum a chord and then soar across the landscape. That felt very, very cool. And then you encounter these sort of musical puzzles where a monster will play some notes at you and you have to play the corresponding notes by pressing buttons on your controller. And that was really satisfying to me. I love music games. But the really impressive thing about it was the way that the music that I was making as the player pressing buttons wrapped into the ambient music of the landscape. So the developer talked to me a lot about the process that went into making that music, and he actually is a musician. He played with a band for years, touring around the world, and got tired of that and decided to go become a game developer, go back to games, which he had loved growing up. And the music definitely was one of the most impactful parts of this for me, and it blended perfectly with this surreal cosmic art style. The story of the game centers around these issues of identity. So the teen boy, his uncle was a folk singer in the style of Bob Dylan, and he's sort of expected to follow in his footsteps and become a folk singer. But he clearly doesn't want that. He's going to be a freaking glam rocker. So he goes on this journey, and there are bits of dialogue, branching dialogue paths where you can kind of choose, like, do I tell someone that I want to be someone different? Do I tell someone that I want to be a cosmic space god? And I found these conversations about identity, as surreal as they were really, they kind of pulled at something in me. There was a compelling emotional narrative there, despite how otherworldly the visuals were. A compelling emotional narrative about like kind of trying to find yourself and find what kind of artist you are. That really spoke to me about this game. So I am very excited to see more of it. They have famously said that it will be out when it is damn ready. So there's no release date. They've told me the game is very early in development. The levels that I played felt pretty polished and they look gorgeous. But again, we have no idea when it will be out. So I guess we'll just have to keep following along with that. I'll have an interview up later on Polygon.com. And of course, you could follow the rest of our E3 coverage here at youtube.com/Polygon and every other Polygon property on the internet. Thank you. See you again.